got to put the work in. Practice makes perfect. The more you go at it, the better you get at it. Practice makes perfect. All the time spent hustling. Ain't no magic to the game. You got to put the work in. Practice makes perfect. The more you go at it, the better you get at it. Practice makes perfect. All the time spent hustling, eventually all pays off. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect.
Success don't come in one night. Sometimes you gotta put up a fight. Keep the same routine and you get to see the light. No more stuck in the dark, you find a way out. A little more practice ain't gonna hold you back. You can only get better, and doing a couple reruns only makes you perfect. So what if you read the book? Well, read it again. You can only gain better understanding. No man knows everything, and knowledge is everlasting. You can only get more power. Before you know it, you be sitting higher than the tower. If you're trying to ball hard, you best hit up the courts daily. Learn new tricks, new ways to dunk the ball, new ways to dribble. Now enemies fall faster. Who says you can't learn something new? You can acquire new skills and invent new things. Practice only gonna make you greater. You can reach the point, you can do it with your eyes closed, all net. And I just took a blind shot. Determination, and don't you skip a session, or you might learn a hard lesson.
Ain't no magic to the game. You got to put the work in. Practice makes perfect. The more you go at it, the better you get at it. Practice makes perfect. All the time spent hustling, eventually all pays off. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect.
Check out my new design, so accurate. And I didn't even use a stencil, pencil on the pad, and I didn't even need the eraser. Took an aim on point without the laser. This new science gon' blaze ya. I just dumped a crazy mixture out the lab without the beaker. Crunched up the numbers without the calculator. Solved the fresh equation, and I didn't even use the formula. Psychic mode, precise prediction, and I didn't even consult the oracle. Addicted to the math, I can eyeball it and make a profit. If you ain't got the passion, you best forfeit. On my A game, so I'm taking the honey from the bee. Nothing sweet, and you can feel the sour taste now. They're mad cause they lacking practice. All you thought you knew it all, get kicked back to your blind state. Heavy bars got them running to the gym. Failure to follow directions might have your future dimmed out. Better keep the practice or get slapped out your senses for trying to fake it. Get your cake ate before you bake it.
Ain't no magic to the game. You got to put the work in. Practice makes perfect. The more you go at it, the better you get at it. Practice makes perfect. All the time spent hustling, eventually all pays off. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect.
If you ain't got the practice, you might end up in a sweatshop. If you lack a stamina, well your body finna drop. And skipping sets to get you knocked out the ring. Laziness is the mother of defeat. Now you're looking like a sorry loser. And switching up on a perfect schedule will never get you what's due. Now you're left with the misery. Save the tears for the tissue. You should have seen it coming, or you thought you was ready. Now you're getting laid out like you're drunk off the brandy. This ain't the time for the party. Better put the work on the table, or you'll be screwing up your money. Lacking funds, no fun. If you wanna throw a hard punch, you best hit the bag daily and don't stop till you're tired. Then you can enjoy a good rest after a hard day's work. The more the practice, you might get the super energy. Ain't no quick outcomes, you best lay off the drugs. And if you ain't prepared for war, you might get wrapped in the rug. I just ran a couple tests just to check my foundation. Now I'm rolling on solid ground, standing ovation.
Ain't no magic to the game. You got to put the work in. Practice makes perfect. The more you go at it, the better you get at it. Practice makes perfect. All the time spent hustling, eventually all pays off. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Ain't no magic to the game. You got to put the work in. Practice makes perfect. The more you go at it, the better you get at it. Practice makes perfect. All the time spent hustling, eventually all pays off. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect.